2B or A2? Now this is still a discussion that we are still having until today. There have been plenty of tests that I've done, and so far it does seem like they are both kind of equal. Alright, both have their strengths and weaknesses, but I'm still leaning slightly towards A2. So based on the last couple of 3 days, I've tested A2 versus several other bosses as well, including Modernia boss, and also today for the Train Artisan intersection boss, which I think is the hardest intersection boss of all the intersection bosses. Alright, talking about the special intersection, of course. Hopefully in this particular video we can discuss all about A2's role in tackling the bosses, and if you're a new player, how she can benefit you in a way that some other characters can't. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. But first things first, today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Tokyo Catch. Alright, what is Tokyo Catch? Tokyo Catch is an online service that allows you to experience the thrill of Japanese arcade in your own home. Tokyo Catch is like a Japanese crane game service that you can basically try to win some of these awesome prizes. And you can pick out any of the machines filled with exclusive prizes, and you can pay it with gems for a chance to win prize. Now you can see there's multiple different categories here. There's a beginner one, there's gacha if you are more thrilled to basically just get random stuff. There's this random Sanrio characters plushie gacha, random Demon Slayer figurine gacha, random Naruto figurine gacha, if you want to just gacha. But if you want to know what you are getting, you can basically go for the 3-claw machine, or you know, some of these are pretty interesting. They have goods, they have figure as well. They also have plushies, which I think some of these are pretty cool. This cat looks kind of cute, right? And then they also have some cushion, like this Fall Guys premium character cushion, 43 centimeters, pretty big. Now it's a very simple process. There's also an app for you to basically play this particular game. They even provide free shipping if you ever win any of the prize once every 7 days. There's currently a daily login bonus that you can get, and players who have purchased 600 gems can redeem 1 free ticket per day for 1 whole month. And you will also get 3 free play tickets when you link your Facebook or Google account. So let's show you guys a little bit of the footage of me playing this particular crane game. So yeah, if you guys are interested to try out Tokyo Catch, feel free to use my referral link in the description or the one pinned in the comment below. So yeah, let's jump into the video. Now, first things first, let's talk about Modernia boss. A2's role versus Modernia boss. Now, A2 is too strong for Modernia boss. Suffering from success, I know, right? So if you guys are not aware with how a Modernia boss is like, you ideally, when you're targeting her, you want to aim just the middle part. You don't want to destroy the wings. So if you destroy the wings, you will basically suffer repercussions. She will enter a different stat altogether, and she will start shooting missiles at you. And that's the issue with A2. She's doing too much damage. It's not that she's doing too much damage. You can see right here, her AoE is too huge. Alright, you can see she's cleaving through even though I'm attacking in the middle of the area, right? So here, look, I'm aiming in the middle. I'm aiming in the middle. Look at this, look at this. Zoom, look at this. This is her blade that she shoots. It's hitting the missile launcher on the left and right as well. Alright, so she's destroying the missile launchers, unironically. And this is going to make it a little bit difficult. So once Modernia, if you destroy the missile launcher, she will enter this particular different state that she will go to the back and she will start shooting small little rockets at you, and now you gotta worry about all of these rockets shooting towards you. Alright, this is going to be a little bit difficult, and you can see everybody will start dying left and right. So she does a lot of damage. Again, damage wise, you can see she is doing a ton of damage, but you want a more targeted damage rather than a big AoE that destroys a boss's parts. She's not going to be the ideal candidate in tackling Modernia boss. Now let's talk about the intersection boss Artisan, the hardest intersection bosses of all the bosses. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about this team in particular and how what's the goal and objective of this particular team, right? So obviously Lita is not 100% needed. You can use Dorothy if you have her. But Lita and Dorothy, they are both currently the best burst 1 character, alright? So Lita is to provide buffs. Obviously I don't want to use Dorothy because I want to showcase my A2 right here. And then you can see we have Quincy. So Quincy, her objective is very simple. It's just to provide the heal. Alright, Quincy has the ability to heal. And surprisingly, in this case, it seems to be enough. Alright, so Quincy's solo heal was enough to basically help out with A2. Now as for D, if you guys are not aware what D does, she has this ability right here. She increased the burst gauge by 84.48%, which is where you're able to activate everybody's burst faster at the beginning of the battle. So this is her advantage right here as a character. All she needs is just this skill. The first skill, skill 1 and the burst skill doesn't matter as much, but you just want this skill to fill the burst gauge, right? To help out your characters overall. And then of course for Modernia and A2, they are the damage dealer. A2 can do a lot of damage to the parts, alright, to boss parts. Modernia is more needed in phase 2. As you can see, my Modernia is like insane, alright, full overload gears right here. We have like both gears at level 5 here, alright, which is like way stronger than my A2 of course, right? Is there any substitute for Modernia? There, you can perhaps use Scarlet or someone else that can basically help you with a phase 2, but the entire objective is just phase 2, alright, because Modernia helps a lot with shooting the missiles and also the red circles later on. But first things first, let me show you guys, within phase 1, A2 is going to be more than sufficient enough, alright, so A2 is going to be, you know, more than enough. She's going to be able to solo carry you through the phase 1. So if you are a beginner, you are new to the game, A2 works wonders, alright, especially with a full investment. Mine is like sort of half invested, right? So you can see right here, I'm going to aim at the missile launcher. That's the whole objective. You want to aim at the missile launcher here. Okay, so now you're going to aim all of these. Notice how we cleave through all the rockets. That was insane, alright, so missile launcher all done. There. Alright, now we get rid of the turrets. So with Modernia and what's her name, A2, so we are cleaving all these turrets, hopefully to get rid of things as fast as we can. Okay, so we are going to showcase until phase 2. So this is where phase 2 starts. Phase 1 complete, phase 2 starts. So I want you guys to observe carefully how much damage A2 and Modernia is currently doing. So as you can see, A2 is doing about 11 million, 10.7. Modernia is doing about 18.4. I mean, it makes a lot of sense because my Modernia is like super, way more invested. She has the higher skill level, she has better overload gear. I do think that if you invest equally into your A2, she will be able to carry you for this particular boss as well. Again, you have to keep in mind how invested my A2 is, right? My A2 is like half as invested as my Modernia. She only has 2 overload gears. Her skill is 777 as opposed to 999. And I still think Modernia is better. I don't think A2 is going to be stronger than Modernia unless your A2 is core 7 and your Modernia is not. But I'm practically comparing her to the strongest character in the game. So you have to keep that in mind. Alright, so we're gonna try to get rid of this. Okay, so that cliff is insane. Holy. So you can sort of like aim a little bit high and A2 just cleave through the missile. One thing that surprises me against this boss is Quincy. I am very surprised that Quincy was able to solo heal A2. Right, because based on my testing a couple of days ago, it was not enough. But in this test, looks like my A2 never falls at all. Or maybe she did have her face removed earlier. Alright, I wasn't paying attention what happened there. But I think her face cancelled at one point in the process. So that's why she was able to heal back up. I'm pretty sure her mood beast state was cancelled at some point. That's why Quincy was enough. But you know, I wasn't able to maintain the permanent sustain that A2 can have. So here's a damage comparison after the phase 2, after the final phase, right? This is pretty good. Yes, Modernia is doing way more, but again, keep in mind, we are comparing it to the best character in the game right now. I would like to show you guys again a final comparison of their stats. This is what I have on my A2. Alright, this is like level 2. This particular thing is level 2, right? All I get is critical rate and attack percent. This one I managed to get charge speed, critical rate percent and max ammo capacity. And I have 2 more gears that's not overload, right? And my skill is 777 again. And Modernia has 2 level 5 overload gears. And you know, all overload gears, Modernia's skill is 999. If you have an A2 invested, probably with Limit Break 3, I have a feeling like with proper investment and stuff, we will be able to get past with Modernia or maybe like push the gap closer to the damage with what Modernia can do for this particular boss. With that, I still think that A2 is really strong against bosses, right? She's still a little bit behind Scarlet and Melonia for sure. Those two are just insane, but those are Pilgrim units. A2 is a unit that you can obtain right now, limited unit, but you can obtain multiple copies of her, and if you want to, it feels like she is going to be worthwhile. So with that being said, that concludes this particular video. I do think that you should get an A2, at least one copy if you are a new player. If you can only choose one, I'm leaning slightly towards her for the time being. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Big shout out to Tokyo Cash for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you guys check out my link in the description below. As always, have a nice day. Catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.